Are you affirming yourself in the way that that video was affirming? If not, obviously, those are some areas we can work, but that's a reminder in and of itself. How do you speak to yourself? Are you lifting yourself up? Do you empower yourself? Do you say good things to yourself? Do you affirm yourself? Or do you wait for that externally? Is the small areas, y'all, right? These are just the small areas that help us, the small areas that help us stay on track. So some things you heard in there about, right? The way that you can energize yourself, the way that you can talk to yourself, knowing that it's possible, having hope, something we talk about in our business, having a better life, which is hope that the future is going to be better than your present or than your past. Is that how you operate? Is that your mindset? Do you believe that the future is better than your present, than your past? Do you have hope for a brighter, better future? Do you believe it's possible? That's just a basic belief system. Do you believe that whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever levels of success you're trying to get to, do you believe that it's possible? That's first and foremost, that's a reminder. And then we got to remember that once you have that vision, once you know what you're going after, the question is, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to go through the pain? Are you willing to go through the sacrifices? Are you willing to take 2 steps back to take 10 steps forward? Are you willing to humble yourself? Are you willing to slow down? Are you willing to change some thoughts which will change some behaviors that may eliminate some people or eliminate some things in your life? Are you willing to make those sacrifices? Because that's what's required for us to go off and design our ideal life, to get you to the life you don't need a break from. That's what it's going to require. It's going to require some of the sacrifices, some of the pain, some of the not negotiating the price, and just continuing to step outside of your comfort zone, to do the things every single day that make you more and more uncomfortable. That's when you get to live the life you don't need a break from. That's when you get to that other side. And so, again, reminders for you on this Monday morning of how much of this are you operating out of? How much of this are you operating out of? In our text, number 12 says, champions know adversity is the catalyst of mental toughness. So, a lot of what you heard in that video was talking about the adversities, the trials. We're all going through something. I know each and every one of you is going through something different. We all have this human experience, this life experience will come with adversity. It will come with trials. It will come with tests. It will come with health challenges. It'll come with relational challenges. Like that's what this life is about. Does not get easier. You've heard me say that all the time. I just believe this is a great way to think about life. Because again, if you change your thinking, you change your life. So my base belief is that life gets harder, that things get more challenging, that things will constantly grow and change and get harder, and there's going to be more responsibility and more pressures and more things. That's my base belief. Someone else's belief is that it should get easier, that it should play out, that life, it should be fair, that we should get all the things. That might be someone's base belief, but you can see if your beliefs are different, you'll take different actions. I take different actions because I believe that it's going to get harder. So I just get equipped for the battle that I know that's up ahead. I get mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially equipped, physically equipped for what's up ahead because my belief is that it's harder and that it's going to get harder. So I understand this, what it says in the text. Adversity is the catalyst of mental toughness. It's what sparks you to start getting mentally tough, is going through the adversity. It's just how do you go through it? Do you go through it with doubt and worry and fear and anger and right disappointment? Is that how you go through the adversity, or do you go through it with joy, with contentment, with happiness, with right gratitude? How do you go through the adversity? It's not a matter of will you go through the adversity, it's how are you going through it. And when you can reframe, think about it differently, that this is helping you become more mentally tough to become the man or woman you need to be in order to get to the life you want, then you start to welcome the adversity. You start to find the lessons in it. You start to think about it differently. Here's what it says in text. It says, champions believe if you remove the adversity, you remove the victory. As a result, they tend to view adversity as a challenge through which learning and growing occurs. Their worldview is evident in the way they describe the adversities they face. While average people choose the path of least resistance, world-class performers operate at a higher level of awareness. They understand that stress and struggle are the key factors in becoming mentally tough. While average people watch television and hang out at happy hour, the great ones continue to push themselves mentally and physically to the point of exhaustion. Only then will you see them rest and recover in rest and recovery situations. Adversity to average people equals pain. Adversity to world-class performers is their mental training ground. It's how they become mentally tough. Average people scorn adversity. Those who are world-class don't welcome adversity, yet they see it as the ultimate catalyst for mental growth, as well as the contrast needed to recognize the beauty of life. It's so important, y'all. Adversity to average people equals pain. Adversity to world-class performers is their mental training ground. How do you look at adversity? Again, how we think about everything determines the outcome. So, are you the average person that scorns adversity, that you believe adversity equals pain? Oh, why do I have to go through this? Ah, woe is me, right? Like, oh, hear this again. I got to do that. Is that the mindset? Is that how we go through it? How we process it? Or do we say, hey, I'm world class, so I know this is mental training ground. How I get through this is going to help me get through the next thing that comes my way. How I get through this is going to help me get prepared for that thing that's way up ahead. It's all about how you look at it. Remember, life is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react to it or how you think about it. It's not about what happens. You got to get that through your spirit, y'all. You got to understand it's not about what happens. It's not about the things that are happening to you because we are all experiencing similar things to varying degrees. We're all experiencing similar things. So it's not about what is happening. It's about how are you thinking about this? How are you able to get through it? What is your view on adversity? What is your view on the trials and tests and things that come in life? Do you understand that this is building the capacity in you to handle the life you're asking for? If that's how you think of it, you'll get through it a lot better. You'll get through that adversity a lot. Maybe it might not be quicker, but it'll be smoother. You'll feel differently through it. I've had seasons of my life where I would talk to some friends and people around, and they'd be like, "How are you? How are you operating? Like, how do you go through this?" And to me, it's just so normal because I've already kind of programmed my brain of how to think about adversity, of how to think about challenges, of how to think about struggle, of how to think about pain, of how to think about being uncomfortable or situations that I would prefer to not be in or that I would not want my family to be in. I think about them differently. That's what allows you to push past all of the struggle, all of the things that are going to come your way for us to design our ideal life. Because again, that's what we're here to do, y'all. This is not for the average person. This is not the average conversation. This is not for the person that just wants to skate by in life and just arrive safely at death, like it says here in the book. That's not this, right? This is for us. We want to grow. We want to learn. We want to become. We want to do more. We want to give more. We want to become more, right? We want more impact. We want to get to that highest, grandest expression of ourselves. We have things we want to see in the world, do in the world. We have things we want for our family. We have things that we're going towards, that we're pursuing. So this applies to us, that we have to know that adversity is the catalyst to us getting to that life because it builds the capacity in you. Again, first sentence in here says, champions believe if you remove the adversity, you remove the victory. If you take away the tough stuff, if you take away the hard parts, if you take away the uncomfortable conversations, the uncomfortable seasons of your life, If you take those things away, you remove the win. You remove the win. You won't know what it feels like. It says here in this quote from Earl Campbell says, if there weren't for the dark days, we wouldn't know what it is to walk in the light. If if you don't have the adversity, you don't know what joy is. You don't know what it feels like to be on the mountaintop if you've never been in the valley. It's a part of the process. All roads to success go through pain, go through failure, go through tough times. Like that is the process. So I share this with you this morning as a reminder, y'all, to not wish away any of the adversity in your life. I don't know what adversity you're going through. I don't know what is the thing that's taking up your mental, emotional energy, because there are things, and it's normally the same things that take up our mental, emotional energy. But whatever that is in your life, however you are picturing that, we have to now work to picture that differently, to think about it differently, to go through this process differently. That's all, right? And that is the process. Changing yourself. Remember, the internal world changes, then the external world changes, not the other way around. Not the external world changes so that the internal world changes. If I get the good job, if my living situation gets better, if my relationship gets better, if my health gets better, if this thing happens, then I can be stress free. If I have this, then I can be happy. If right, that's the way the masses think of it. If that happens, then this will happen. If we get a good president, then I'll be happy. If I just get this, then I'll have. That's not the way it works. It's the other way around. When you do this, then that changes. When you are grateful, when you flood your mind and your body with gratitude, your circumstances change because you'll see more things that you're grateful for. When you think differently about your life, taking responsibility for your life, for your health, for your finances, for your relationship, when you're like, if it's on me, then the outside thing changes. Not when the job changes, then I'll be better with my money. No, no, no. Once I get better with my money, then my opportunities outside change. I just want y'all to understand that this is the process. And sometimes we need to be reminded that it's just on us. And so you have to go through the adversities to get this mental toughness to get to the life you don't need a break from. The action step for today says list the 3 most difficult adversities you faced and 5 good things that happened to you as a result of each one. This will help you train yourself to see the good in adversity, and your fear of the future challenges will dissipate. When you start getting very honest with yourself about the adversities you go through, and then again, shifting your perspective to see good things that came out of it, because in every adversity, there's a seed of equal or greater opportunity. In every adversity, there's a seed of equal or greater opportunity. The question is, are you looking at the adversity or are you looking at the seed of opportunity? So, in every adversity, there's going to be opportunity. There's going to be something you can learn. There's going to be a reason why it's in your path. And that reason is to build you, it's to help you, just like school. You can go in and fail every test and not pay attention to the teacher and not do, and you won't get far. You won't pick up a lot of the information. They might not even pass you that through that grade. Our education system will probably, but like they're not supposed to, right? They're not supposed to push you through that grade because you didn't pass the test. You didn't get it. You didn't get the information. You didn't learn your lesson. Well, that's how life is working. You keep getting the same tests in your life because you're not learning the lesson, because you're not getting it. That it's not that thing, it's you. It's how you're dealing with the thing. It's how you're thinking about the thing. And so we're going to keep going through it until we understand, that adversity is coming to teach me something. Okay, what am I trying to, what do I need to learn from this? Okay, what's the opportunity inside of this? Now I can go into this with a different perspective. Instead of woe is me, this sucks for my life. I have such bad luck. I can never catch a break. It's, man, I can't believe that this is preparing me for what I had asked for up ahead. Man, I could see how this is preparing me so I'd never get stuck in that situation again. Man, I took this business loss because in the future, I now know how to protect myself for the bigger business deal that I was about to do. There's a reason why you go through everything. And now you just got to be more aware of it. You got to walk through life with your eyes wide open, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you get to the life you don't need a break from. All right. I love you guys. I want you to win. You deserve to win. Your families deserve it. No one tells you. I'll constantly remind you, do something today that scares you, pushes you out of your comfort zone, something that your future self is going to thank you for, not something that your old self is very comfortable with, something that your future self will thank you for because now you're starting a brand new habit. You're starting something that's going to change, completely change the trajectory of your life. It starts with your thinking. If you change your thinking, you change your life. But now we got to be intentional. We got to go out and do the work. All right. Love you guys. Enjoy your Monday. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. Take care.